And we need to turn on the music a bit. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start up at Mantua. Mantua's... Okay, so welcome, this is me and Darth doing a Thursday cast. We're gonna go from east to west as usual, and we're starting off with Mantua. Mantua is in a player war against Nepal and Malaya. Defending his ally Hubei. He's out of manpower. He's getting caught in country that's not that bad of a disaster. But thinking about his number of loans and how many he can take still and how much he's losing, it's gonna lower his loan cap by a bit. He's still a horde though. I've heard something about him going theocracy so he could get integration of the Sohai.
He can't do that with his religion. He'd have to change religion.
He's Tengu and then need to go Shinto or Confucian or whatnot. So that's not something that's gonna happen while he's in this war. Also, he got rebel issues in Japan. None of them are close to enforcing, but that's gonna be annoying. He's gonna have to use a stack to go and kill those. Let's look at his buildings. Ugh, there's a lot of good workshops to be built.
It looks like he might be preparing for a bankruptcy build here. If you look at it, all the soldier houses being built.
Oh yeah, he needs to be go bankrupt in December '66.
But how many loans has he taken? Like, how much is he in debt right now?
He's 47 loans in, and he can take 79. So he's losing 200. He's losing 200 times 12. That is 2.4k. So he got 10 years left running, which is fine for his bankruptcy build. Unless he goes deeper. And he definitely needs to take max loans before he gets caught in country that is tax and goods produced negative for him. He needs to take max loans before that and maybe even reduce war exhaustion so you can take a few more. That didn't help it, maybe at the month take. Yeah, this war's not looking good for them. I had a brief look at the other side, and the other side is stronger than them. They are, and we are recording. Yes, they are making money, and they are both losing money.
Tibet was in the war, but they got stab hit out of the war.
Oh, interesting. Did they didn't lose all this in this war, right?
No, that's from another war as well.
Okay. Universities is not a thing in Manchu. Still have a lot of good training fields to build. But the rental camps have been maxed out, so at least there's that. He also have some, not the best manufacturers to build, but he still have a few. And he got a lot of soldiers' households to build still after he finished building these. And his max manpower is quite low as well. And he got negative 75 prestige. Why would he have that? Do you have any idea? Did he disinherit a few times, maybe?
I don't know. That heir's 8.
Yeah, this is quite bad. You don't want this heir. Would you consider going up to level 3 discipline advisor just for the event for this war?
I think the war is probably just lost. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I had a look at it. The war doesn't look very well for them.
Well, like, Nepal can just start stab hitting whenever they want to.
Yeah, I think they're going for 100%. Else I guess they would have stab hit at this point.
Yeah, but if Manchu or Hubei got the 10% discipline event, you could just stab hit out if you needed to if you started losing battles.
Yeah, true. Nothing of this really matters a lot.
Who are his rivals?
Japan and Miwa, so.
Yeah, those don't matter for the forts.
So there's like, you could save like, what, 4 ducats over here?
Oh, he's got 4 forts on Japan's border.
That's something.
I think the admin efficiency would probably be better for when you attack Japan again later. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Hubei. Hubei is also losing money. Is also out of manpower. His balance is negative 1.3k. He's not that far into loans. He can take a shit ton more. He already have control over monetary policy. But holy shit, 1.1k. He's going deep.
Yeah, he's almost double over his force limit.
Oh shit, 800k. He's going all in for this, but sadly seems he's losing. He's not building anything, so it doesn't really tell that he's bankruptcy building, but he looks to be fully built. Except for deving up in provinces so he can build more. Yeah, well, he doesn't really have any use for his gold other than fighting wars at this moment. Yeah, conscription census is coming up in 16 years, but besides that, there's no really use for his gold.
So right now he could become a theocracy, and then they get the Sohi, which would give him 10% more morale and 5 discipline more.
Install theocratic.
Take the first reform, not the second one, because you can't.
Yeah, I know.
You the second Sardatsy then.
And
No. You took the second one, but whatever.
Yeah, these ones doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's just manpower recovery speed. Now you can get death cost and morale of armies, and you get the integration of Zohar, but he's not getting to tier 6 where he can get better mana generation.
Which is why I go up to the tier 1. You take the first tier 1 right now.
Well,
so that way you can stay in Empire.
You go down to Dodgy rank. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but then it's gonna take even longer before he gets this because he's gonna have to switch out of his tier 1.
Yeah, but his ruler's not too great anyway right now, is it?
He got a new one when I switched it to
Oh yeah,
Theocracy.
a new one. But this 5 discipline, 10% more morale. If you're going to die.
It's something, and 5% ICA is not something to sniff at either. And since he's running Mercs, 10% mercenary companies, manpower is not that bad. And nice bonuses. Yeah, he could definitely do that.
I'm not sure if you looked at it before, but he should have formed Great Way before this war.
Yeah, he needs an empire rank and a peace,
But
and he gets
which he was. He was an empire.
and he gets better ideas, right?
Yeah, it's 5 discipline, bit more manpower.
And I think he also wanted to look at accepting. Oh, that was
No,
because
no,
we just
no.
we were not an empire. Okay, yeah, makes sense. We went to be not an empire. Yeah, so all these was accepted. Yeah. Then you definitely don't want to pick monastic order. Yeah, you likely also suffering from Gobcaf. Yeah. Let's look at his war enemies. I know that the Malaya player has been complaining a bit. Are we recording? Yes. Have been complaining a bit about the fort line that Hubei have. Like, yes, there's a lot of forts. What I would like to do in this Malaya situation was just going to, like, take a stack off here and go and harass Japan. Like, put a stack over there.
Well, did you hear about what happened?
No, what happened?
Go take a look at the war screen, and then the SIPs lost.
Wait,
No,
what happened here?
no, those are the current ones.
What happened here? He lost 133 ships. How?
Mantu, his navy beat his.
How? He has 15 morale of navies, 10% HEA, and 20% gallery, 10% ship ability. How did he lose in naval?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Mandu has quality ideas. That's the only navy stuff he got.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention Mantu hasn't finished offensive ideas yet.
Yep. But who may have finished offensive? Oh yeah, all the others got their last idea. Oh, that's critical. Okay, because that is not something you should be doing, losing on navally against a horde as Malaya. I don't know what happened, but that's really a shame because, like, if you were blockading all this coast, you would cross to a station. You take money out of the treasury in by the looting. You could like go and occupy Japan. I have no clue how I lost the naval, but that is very interesting indeed. Um, he took mission to the high seas. Oh, he doesn't have the next to the.
You need
Uh,
maritime ideas.
you need this one, and then we can take Lords of the Sea. But he needs maritime or coercion apparently.
He has no, it isn't. He doesn't have coercion. Never mind.
But he can take maritime without suffering too much next to tier group. Not a lot of death clicks. A bit aggressive on the forts here. I guess you might. Yeah, I don't know. He's getting some universities built. A lot of workshops are filled out at this point, which is good. Manufacturing seems to be mostly filled out, but still a lot of provinces that need to be devved up, so you can build more stuff in them. Like 7 dev. Yeah, there's only one province in the state is above 10 dev. Yeah, he has a lot of developing potential. He seems to be deving to 20, everything to 20 before he's deving to 10. So like take one state and dev it to 20 and then I guess if you migrate that with universities it's not that bad. Also, why do you need so many trade power edicts? Is somebody competing with you? Oh, they are. Nepal is...
I just default pull.
No, Nepal has merchant.
Well, it just split. Otherwise, 15 both directions. But I think he's being pirated by air. In
Oh, yeah. Well, then much might be why you have so many protect trade power. Well, he's got 500,000 manpower and he's doing decent. He's gonna win this war. I don't know if he's getting anything, but maybe he's getting access to. Maybe he's getting Taiwan or this island down here. It's gonna be nice for him. Later down the line, I don't know if you're allied with Deccan, but if you get your navy together and you actually can control the seas, then Philippines and Australia would be an easy snatch off Deccan. Like if you're allied with Nepal, just like Nepal doesn't give access, then Deccan can't do shit. Just like go and occupy all these islands and take them. Should be able to get enough war score from them. Australia, we're going to Nepal first, and then we're going to take a look at Australia. Nepal is also out of manpower. He's nearly 1 million max manpower.
well, you see how much he needs to reinforce there.
He needs 700k to reinforce, and he took the headgear money. So if I'm playing Russia, and if I start to build more troops than him, so what happens when I get more troops than him? Does this
Then
just
his
start?
progress ticks down.
Okay, but when he gets to 0%, he doesn't lose it, right? He needs to lose a war.
No. He needs to lose a war, or you need to. Are you able to take? I don't think you can take it.
I mean, I could potentially build to 1k force limit. Can I take it from him if I have more troops than him?
I don't know. It looks like you need to make sure Nepal loses a war.
Yeah, which
Lose
make
it,
them
so I
lose.
guess you can't take it.
Okay, I can't take it then, unless he loses a war, which of course could be a thing. We're going on to Nepal. I guess he might, if he may even have the time to micro build his churches, so don't build them in plus 20 death bonuses. Yeah, he's almost capped out on most buildings. This nation is well built. There's not much more to build. He's not taking the next tech. I don't. He maybe feel like he's not needing it. You know, need the manpower maybe. I would say he's going for court and country, but he still has so many privileges. Yeah, 24 max absolutism, and like patronage of the arts, private trade feeds, the advisor cost. It's not really stuff you need that badly. If you want to trigger court and country, I would remove a lot of this stuff. So you can get like more max absolutism. Now you're at 44. Then you're getting closer to the court and country trigger, or amount you need. Yeah, I guess they'll win this war, but him having so much deficit in manpower, 170 regiments and so many have 0. Yeah, not that one. This stack, yeah, nearly 200 regiments and it's only 25k. This one is 400 regiments. Yeah, there's a lot of reinforcing to be done. Even his cannons is not reinforcing. This is not optimal. He doesn't have a full back row because his cannons are not reinforcing. I would just say that yes, you're gonna lose progress if you go down a bit, but you're not gonna lose the military hegemon. So you need to reinforce your cannons, and you're not doing that when your manpower also goes to these 500,000 infantry troops you have to reinforce. Is he running a lot of state edicts? He shouldn't. He's running a lot of dev cost. I guess he could switch it all. Like he's making 5 bank. He could just like start with the pause at the start of next session. Just like do this in every single province you have, so you can start regaining some more manpower. If he does that, it'll likely increases manpower by 100k, which is also increases recovery speed. Hindu cannot get the integration of so high, right?
No.
Okay. Then it's not really worth it going bureaucracy for him, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at Tibet. That's not a lot of manpower. Well, I guess it's also a very small nation.
400 development.
Yeah. And it's not built nor well dev because this is agony to dev anyway. Actually, I think they proved it in this mod that Arctic actually... No, it doesn't. Not in this mod, apparently.
It's Glacier.
Oh,
Look at Ladakh.
Glacier gets negative 15.
Look at Ladakh on the border with it. Moar owns it.
This one?
No, Ladakh. Yeah.
This is actually... That's very easy to dev then. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't really have much land and it's expensive to dev. He's been getting a few universities, but he built it in his capital, which is already like he devved these provinces insanely high history farmland provinces. I would focus on getting some of your less desirable provinces built at university here and get them to 10 dev, so you can get more buildings, more of the ascension buildings for this workshops.
Well, I think the money is his issue right now, not building slots.
True, that's my. But like this is way more expensive to dev than this up here.
Yeah, like that's 53 development. You don't ever want to dev that anymore.
No. Well, I don't want to exploit tax, but yeah, you don't want to pick, I guess, your ally to him. I guess, yeah, he went integration of so high already. If they are ever thinking they're gonna win a war, China that is, they should let Tibet declare because negative. No, that is cost of fortune religion. It's only 10%. Why did you take this one?
I don't know.
I'll take this one. And also since you're not at war, you might also want to consider switching to the dev cost. I also have no clue why you took this. -1 on this, +1 diplomatic relations. You could actually get some absolutism if you took the other option. Okay, let's take a look at the Carney Australia. What's attack is that one? CO4.
He's going a naval build.
Yeah, he gets the dev cost, the New World debuff, so That's that for him. Maritime coercion, quality. But not the biggest naval force limit ever. He did build all his shipyards. Yeah, well, I guess it's not the most valuable land down here. And he seems to be built up, likely his overlord's doing. Yeah, so you're just gonna be the Khan's naval boy, I guess. You have 36 heavies. Where's the engagement with? Oh, we are at 1 to 30. That's why I can't find it.
Yeah, it's flat 25 and then a bunch of modifiers.
Okay. Are you colonizing this? Huh? Like, why does Malaya own these 2 trade centers?
To steal his money. One's a coal province.
Oh. But like, what Malaya could do after the win this war, they stationed 100k down here, and then you don't even, your navy's not even gonna be able to protect you. Don't you want to go political dynasties actually?
Yes, but at this point, he has other reforms to fill.
Yeah, he still has to go further down here.
But apparently it got mathed out, and political dynasties is slightly better than point 2 Republican tradition.
I don't really think this one was worth either. Just the state maintenance would likely give you more money.
Yeah, he has what's his trade income?
A total of 6 ducats, and his state
Yeah,
maintenance is 4.4 ducats, and that is without him winning edicts, I guess. Yeah, doesn't winning 1 edict down here. Why though? Is his
Is
capital?
that his capital? Yeah, it's his capital state.
Oh, this has a center of trade. Okay. Yeah, that is not the most interesting nation to look at. Let's look at the Nepali subject.
What's his development?
Uh,
192.
is he allowed to be that much?
Is he a March?
Yeah.
I thought it was 150.
Well, then we're gonna have to punish him again. Well, that is for me doing save edits next week. Not much to look at. He went meta. Has decent ideas. Not the same as Prussian March ideas, but so it's something. Okay, Deccan, 600k manpower. Fill on ideas, have the Decani idea, national ideas, those are very good. 740 force limit.
No dip policies whatsoever.
Yeah, we don't have Debagir groups as a Deccan apparently. Eco-religious. Decent income. Getting there on the universities. Of course, conquered all of Arabia, conquered all of Philippines is like a weird Deccan. I guess that's what you get out of India Hugbox.
He just cut off Hungary from the rest of Egypt.
Yes, Hungary can't get around here. He still has like a lot of Mamluk land to eat. That's gonna net him a lot of good land down there. I think you might want a fort in this province. I think you're friendly with Var, but still. Yeah, and this up here is very defensible. Like also maybe another fort down here in the desert province, just because it's agony to reinforce this province. Oh, this even build a fort in here, and then the enemy have to walk in from grain in here, and you can cut their stuff off, and they're gonna have a attrition hellhole. He's in the process of coring stuff.
Yeah, look at these missions for a second. There, scroll Entrepot of India on the right. This is really easy to do. It gives you an extra merchant. You should do this.
you need the Coromandel expedition. So you need to upgrade this to level 3 center, and then he can complete this. That gives him trade efficiency and 30 years of loyalty equilibrium. This gives him global trade power. And this gives him merchant and colonial range. Merchant is really nice. Yeah, you should do
And
that.
and then there's some other ones that you can do pretty easily on the left, like
Another trade.
yeah, that one.
Half price advisor, and ability loyalty, some bit of mana. Have a temple
Build
and
a temple.
development. He also, I think he has, yeah, he definitely has 17. Gets more half price advisors. Um, have a temple city. What the fuck is a temple city?
I think it's just the upgraded temple, like a cathedral.
Yes. Oh, he can't trigger the mission because he needs a temple, but he has a temple
Okay,
city.
well, you have to delete it and then
Yeah.
build a temple.
And then you got some more mana.
The other ones you can't do unless he fights more.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but there's a few missions you could complete for some free stuff.
Look at his trade companies. You have a bunch of land given to trade companies, but not the entire states for some reason. Like that, you have to actually like look at the trade company map mode to see this. Colonial regions and trade companies is a map mode. Like see, like Oman, he's got one province in the Muscat state.
Yeah, that's a trade company, but the
No, no,
others.
no, he doesn't own those ones. But Oman, on the coast of Arabia.
Where?
Yeah, there, that state.
Isn't.
You can see it. It's gray. Is his color like bluish? Slightly to your right. Yeah, there.
Those are
That
part
one.
of.
He's got one province trade company in the state, but there's two other ones that aren't. Yeah, that. And the one's the COT.
Ah. Is he making any trade company investments as well?
It has the trade company investments for manpower, but he's not getting a single merchant from any of his trade companies.
I think we need to run a month tick for this.
No, like he has four merchants and he's not getting any
Yeah,
currently.
but like the percentage here just shows
Yeah,
negative.
the percentage is messed up, but he
Yeah.
should be able to get merchants for some of these, and he should collect in Hermaz with a merchant. Like it's Georgia's collecting in Hermaz or Mawar. Somebody should collect in Hermaz.
Yeah. A lot of this trade is going towards Zanzibar. Yeah, Portugal could really, with a bit of investment, snatch a lot of money off him, I guess. Is this all Ghana? This is all Ghana. And Ghana, does Ghana have merchants up here?
No,
Like they should.
his merchants are all collecting in his stuff because he has nowhere
Yeah,
to collect really.
true. Okay, yeah, this is the Khan. The Khan buildings look to be very built as well. So yeah, what is about his heartland? This is deft to 20. Yeah, most of this has been deft to 20. Accepted cultures. Might want to consider doing some of this stuff. You have two more spots for it. Is this Mewar giving up for a war or something? Oh, he's allied to Mewar. Okay. Well, let's look at Mewar. Mewar 800k, 850k max manpower. Have a lot of forts. None of them are maintained though. These forts pack a punch, but if they're not maintained and you're fighting Russia, they could get the first, maybe even 4 forts for free. If
Well,
you
you
run it
can
well.
assault them too if they're like low
Yeah,
garrison.
and if you get 2 months of reinforcement, then it's easy assault time. Nepal is fighting a war in Deccan as your allies, so those are likely fine. Yeah, so Russia is actually and Georgia. Russia and Georgia are like the only possible enemies you really have. Maybe Nepal is your rival, but you've been hotboxing the entire game. Maybe. Universities is getting built, and besides that, everything else seems to be built. Except for this one. And this one.
It could be money. He doesn't really have a lot of money at the moment.
That's something.
He
But he
needs
needs to,
provinces from Nepal.
yeah. Uh, yeah. He seems to be going to 100%. So if you want to trigger corn country, you need to get to 85 max absolutism, and you can get another 5 in here. Royal
I
decree.
think he can goldenate still.
Yeah, he also has that going.
That's 5.
Yeah, so that's 10 more, and then he needs a few more privileges off. Can even take this one up and this one up, and then yeah.
But he said collect in Hormuz.
Yeah.
Look at the trade powers. He's got 70% there.
Yep.
75. That's just going away.
He got.
Also, he's steering. You're steering in Samarkand for some reason. You're steering to Persia, but you're not
Oh,
collecting in Persia.
yeah. That's definitely a mistake. I guess he's denying Russia some income, but
Well, just collect there then. At least you get 4 ducats or something.
yeah. You could also, since Bengal is now your rival, you could place a merchant in Bengal or collect Samarkand. Yeah. He could also accept some cultures, but they're not really 55 development. Not a lot.
Those are cultures that you get rid of.
Well, if you want to play that way. He's not. Yeah, you don't get anything nice from doing this, right?
No.
The ideas are worse.
And you get 25 prestige in 3 dub.
Okay, I guess it's time to look at my nation.
All right, you need to take trade power from Yarkand. You're not doing that for some reason.
Mm. I also had I fully annexed Timmy, and then I got their vassal. But they really don't like me.
You're gonna have to release that.
Yeah, likely. Or just keep it as around as like what 20 def vassal.
I mean, I
Uh,
guess we have releasing slots, but yeah, take the trade power from Yarkand.
yep, I should do that. Totally correct. Um, I was thinking about doing some trade company shenanigans, but that is not for
Yeah,
now. I
well, you
move.
should do it.
I got my capital moved to Western Europe so I could do some trade company stuff, and I
Trade company, the one COT in the White Sea.
got this one. Oh yeah, it's also trade company this one, yes.
Yeah, you can get a merchant out of that, and
And
then put that merchant into Siberia.
one here, and yes, Siberia is going south to Samarkand, even though I'm getting most of it there. Could also put a merchant in Xi'an node or something. But yeah, I can get I can get like maybe 2 merchants of it, which is something. Conquered a big chunk of land from Poland, which is shitty dev and not built. So I once had all my buildings that's grayed out in production, but no more. Have a few to build here. I have a lot of manpower still to build as well. I checked the save. Except Great Britain, I've been the one using most gold on deving, on building. I mean. Yeah, I still have a lot of, not a lot, but some.
Well, a lot of ones locked as well.
Yeah.
Look at your manufacturers.
Yeah, and I know. Like the development, I've even cleaned up all the churches. I think, except I haven't looked in Poland because I tend to build those up. Yeah, I feel here. Like I cleaned up like there's a ton of churches up here. I cleaned all those up. Yeah, but I like my land is. I have a lot of land to dev, and it's not the cheapest. Um,
Just step to 10.
yeah, that's been mostly what I've been doing. Deving to 10. Also been deving a bit while at war because of capping on diplo points, so it didn't really dev that efficiently or that much focus on where I deved.
You said clean up your cultures a little bit. You got pretty good culture coverage, but it's a bit.
So how much am I losing from having Crimean culture? I'm losing tax and manpower. That is what matters. Yeah, it's 33% manpower. That's something. Um, I'm converting everything. That is really easy as Orthodox.
Why are you spying on Japan?
That was because I had to. Japan owned these 3 provinces up here, and I threatened war for them in succession. And I guess I haven't mm, paid attention to my diplomat since. After I finished our war with Hungary, my sister made cake and we sat and had chat over cake, so it just like wasn't fully focused. Definitely should prioritize using my diplomats. Um, yeah, Hungary lost the war to Russia, and Bavaria lost a state, lost like 2 states here, something like that, and lost a few provinces to Bavaria as well. Let's take a look at Georgia, which is in need of a new perm because the guy got a new job, so his work schedule is different.
Carpenter did.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, still need some love with the money side. A lot of things to build, and not I don't have the money to afford that much on advisors. Um, got some fort defense. I don't know if he's going for absolutism. Doesn't look like it. Also, you have a 11% culture that he doesn't have accepted. That's 100 death in a nation, and you have Turkish, which is what, half of that? He's collecting in Crimea. He's collecting in Astrakhan, and he's collecting in Persia.
And Hormuz.
Why would he collect?
Maybe
Why
because no one
does?
else is.
Oh, nobody else is collecting in Hormuz, so he's getting all the money, and he's also getting a lot of money here. Oh, he's scamming the Indian boys of so much money. He's also collecting in Samarkand, but that might be better with steering. But he's making nearly half his income in trade because he's scamming the Indian boys. That's funny. Um, you have some. Yeah, you might want to like take a look at these death edicts. It's not really big requirement for having them on. Okay, let's move down to Africa and take a look at Ghana. Getting some nice max manpower. Up to date on tech and ideas. He's definitely going for Cordon Country. Is he in it? No, he's not in it. He needs 20 more. Yeah, he finish with the crown. That's 5. You also want this one to be gone. And then he's getting up there. And he can take another 5 here once he gets 50. And he can even trigger his golden age, so that's like 15 more easily. Guess he could also remove. Yeah, these two, they don't really complement each other because this one negates negative penalties for low tolerance, and this one just gives tolerance. So it's not
The
like.
tolerance affects your religious unity. I
Yeah,
think with the negative penalties removed, you still get the religious unity hit.
local religious unity contribution. Negative
Maybe
100%.
not.
But the tolerance is positive, so that doesn't give any religious unity. Well, that's a bit more. You can remove one of these to get 5 more, and then you can trigger Cordon Country. Universities is very built in Ghana. Yeah, he's just being chilling and deving his nation up, I would say. He hasn't really fought any player wars, did he?
He killed the Congo player, but the Congo player
Oh yeah.
was new, and he went exploration first, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, is that he's just been sitting down here and chilling, so no surprise that he's decently built. He deved most of his region to 20, it looks like. Even deved Congo to high amounts. And now he's getting a lot
He
of new provinces over here that he needs to def.
he should also try doing something about his cultures.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of cultures that have.
This culture conversion.
Yeah, he even got religious ideas, right? Yeah, that's negative 25%. I don't have that on Russia. And he got some decent national ideas, 50 morale and 5 disciplines, and some yearly armor tradition. Yeah, he's doing really well. Sadly, the other nation that's not playing next week because he also got new job, so his work schedule is also messed up. And this is the meme nation called Air that likes to privateer random places in the world and make people suffer from that. He's taking attrition doing this though. He went for a funny mixture of ideas. Know he's been trolling Great Britain with spy networks. Apparently right now he's not doing any. Yeah, I don't really know what he's gonna do. He's not well built. Decent there. I think he built the fish one. Where's the fish? Sailor. He built those and the provinces he could to get more sailors for his meme. Well, he's memeing and he's not really hurting Ghana by doing it, so I guess Ghana's fine with having him around. Else they
Well,
might.
now there's no player. Ghana can defeat it.
Yeah, true.
If Ghana owns the rest of the West Africa region, he has a mission for 15% morale.
Permanent, or
No, it's temporary.
okay.
Unite West Africa, top right.
Hmm. Okay, yep. Okay, let's look at Hungary. Hungary lost a war to Russia and Bavaria and has been eating up Mamluks and Austria, etc.
And two Sicily.
Two Sicilies is still overeating, but Great Britain is also here, so. And this is a stuff where you can occupy Athens, but you can't walk in here because there's a fort in this province, so it's basically an island now. If he does blockade the strait here, that is. He went defensive third. What would you say this is worth it? Like the fort defense, attrition, negative his own attrition. Is it worth it over offensive?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't like taking offensive when I also have trade, because then you have no mill policies. You only got the one.
So he's not. If you have taken villages or.
Yeah, if you took a religious, you'd have all your policies filled.
And if you had, you had 2 mill policies filled. Yeah, so that's actually hurting him. Only having the discipline policies, not giving the artillery compatibility or the morale of armies.
He's finally able to start integrating Croatia. Will he do it? Perhaps. Wait.
Why haven't he done it before now? Wow.
Unknown.
Like, yeah, it's. Why wouldn't you do it? He's also a theocracy. Why would he go just for the 10% morale of armies?
Yeah.
Because he's not getting so high. And he's not getting monastic breweries because he's not Catholic or Scottish culture. And he's definitely not going for the for court and country.
He can't afford to. He's just selling on demand for the money.
And he still has some buildings left to build, including upgrading a fort up here and down here. And he's gonna be conquering more land down here that needs to be built as well. Actually, we didn't take a look at the death click, but he got a tad bit under 500, which is a bit low compared to other nations. But he's been killing a few people, so Yeah, and as you can see, he lost a chunk of land in the latest war. Okay, are you ready to look at your nation, Darth? You have a bank. You have 33k in your bank. And I assume you want to go so high because you got Vienna. So that is why you're not picking the final reform.
Yes.
So no court and country for you.
I might do it first, actually. I don't.
Well, then you
Oh.
can pick this one. Now you're in for parliament. Do you think, like, you have the death cost now? Is parliament worth it over nobility state? You're losing the mill points.
I don't know.
You haven't done the math.
I have not.
And like, yes, you get it. So, but even then, you have to trigger the parliament debate. You have 25 seats, and you have to trigger it. So you need to like spend sometimes in like half a corruption or 2 mill points to get one seat too.
Yeah. This going parliament does help you become or get court and country faster because you get rid of your noble estate. So I have more crown land
That
because
is
of that.
true. Yeah, and if you don't appoint seats, you lose absolutism when you appoint seats, but you don't lose them if they auto-generate seats.
Yeah.
But then again, the seats actually give a nice bonus. Östergötland, let's see. Let's see.
I think it's like 10% manpower, 10 production.
Uh, Local production, local tax, local manpower, local sailors. It's something. Just fill out, like, just give every single province in your nation a parliament seat.
Well, then I lose absolutism.
Do. But then you get the bonus in every single province.
But you could probably never pass a debate then.
Ah, it's worth it for the bonuses, right? Oh, okay, maybe not then. So I guess you're fully built. You are deving to 20, it seems. No, you still have some low dev over here. I guess these would be your priorities. And you don't have a lot of cultures left. You've converted it all to Pomeranian because you want to form Pomerania to do what?
Just to form it. This strengthen old ties. I think if Poland is my vassal, I'd get 10% morale from that.
You don't.
Right now you get perma 10 cav combat, but vassalize Poland, like vassalize PLC.
Yeah.
Like type it in. I think the mission
Oh,
changes.
it's the next one.
No, I think they both give 10% morale. If Poland's a vassal.
How's this like vassalize?
Yeah, vassalize PLC. Is a subject allied, and then what does it give?
Just a cav.
Still can't. Okay.
But you get the
10
morale
cav
of armies from the next one, and you can just complete that when you then do this. Yeah, okay. And then you just have vertical missions, and then you can form Prussia, but then you need to kill Pench. Or make him form something else.
Well, it's not allowed in the rules.
Oh yeah, true. You didn't start a German culture. You have 750 death clicks, that's a decent amount. Let's take a short look at your vassal, the thing that suddenly doesn't at all make people mad in this campaign. Max Crownland, a lot of absolutism. Did he even go for court and country?
I don't think you can. As a
Uh,
vassal. If you grant that and revoke it, you get 15 per seize.
I mean, he could get another 5 absolutism from this one. Instead of the 0.3% army tradition decay. Yeah, well, not much to. I guess you built him up. And he has Prussian Canada. Okay. How much force submit is that giving him? 5. Okay, let's look at Bavaria. 700 max manpower. Won a war against Hungary. Is replenishing his troops, I guess. Also fought in Andalusia. Andalusia is now continuing fighting Westphalia. He's a defender of the faith, and he's getting them well. There's a lot of Protestant nations still. He took offensive third, so he gets artillery combat ability policy. 350 income, decent income. Does not really have many universities. I guess much of the land may be already be 20 dev.
Yeah, most of it is.
Okay, then it don't really matter that much unless you run out of land to dev to 20, which you might. You still have some down here. I think he
He
still
should look at
has farm
he should look at
estates.
building. Probably.
Yeah, he has farm estates around his country.
But he should look at building either courthouses or churches because there's nothing else he can build in a lot of provinces.
Mm.
No, like look at the courthouses or the churches.
Yes, but this is there's a bit of income here, yeah.
But there's
And
nothing else he can build in those places.
what was it I was looking at? Yeah, you don't have positive prestige, positive stats. You're not getting prosperity in the state you don't have it in already. He's definitely not going for Golden Country. Running decent. Why is his army as half maintenance, not like completely off? I don't know.
Rebels.
Sure, he might just be able to kill the rebels with half maintenance. And yeah, he's integrating these guys because this border goal is looking ugly. Venice is a Hungarian vassal. Saluzzo is his vassal. This is Andalusia, okay. Milan is.
Ferrara is his vassal, and the Pope is his vassal.
What is this disgusting stuff? And why did you take Sardinia, by the way? Or Sicily, I mean.
It was there.
So you took it, just like Great Britain took Greece.
Well, it doesn't look bad.
Well, no, it doesn't look as bad as this area. This general area looks really bad. What is Lorraine? Lorraine is vassal of Westphalia. Nerves is independent, and Austria is independent. Ugh. This region is disgusting. Yeah, this like, I guess you want to form Switzerland, right?
I don't think he's going to farm anything.
Swiss has better ideas than he do.
Yeah. It's just hard to do right now because he's so big.
Yeah. Like, he's only getting 5% discipline, armor tradition, death cost.
Switzerland would be 10 ICA more. So it's and the Merc stuff.
Ten ICA, 5 discipline, merc stuff, he still gets a death cost. And he gets to switch for free to Republic, right? Don't even know if he wants
Oh,
to do
he'd
that.
also get 5% morale because he killed Austria permanently
That is a mission, right? And the
and
Habsburg.
the Habsburgs. Yeah.
Well, Austria's still a thing, but yeah. And he also got 10% fort defense in his nations.
There's advisor cost in here too somewhere for permanently.
10%. Well, if it's not too much a hassle for him. Oh, that wasn't planned. Not too much a hassle, he should do it. Attack West. So Westphalia's fighting yet another war against Andalusia. He's losing a
Yeah.
bit of money. I think Andalusia's losing way more. But yeah, he has to push through 4 to 5 forts before he gets like he got the first fort here, first 2 forts, and then he has this fort, this fort, this fort, this. That's such a defensive line. And he seems to be losing this current battle, right? Yeah, he's likely losing this one.
If he needs to, he can put on expansion zealotry and use his golden age.
Why doesn't he want expansion cemetery? Like, you don't really care much about administrative advisor costs at this point. You can take these off and still be fine for absolutism. He's going a bit over foursome, but he seems to be able to afford it.
He has a land right now, 15% morale for another
Uh,
8 years or something.
that is something you can trigger multiple times, right? That is an offensive.
I have no idea.
I don't think you can see this, but the guys watching stream can. Yeah, this is triggered by the 5-year pulse, and you can get it multiple times. It is for 10 years. I got it as well. So if you have each idea group, you get like an event, and every 5 year you get an event based on your idea groups, and one of the events you can get is 5% morale of armies if you have offensive ideas. It's like 1 in a 7th chance from offensive, and then you have of course 5 idea groups, so it's not that big of a chance, but you get it now and then. He's starting to run low on manpower, so he'll likely have to switch to mercs soon.
But yeah, he can use a golden age as well.
Yep. He still has a lot of universities, and I can't imagine all this has been diff to 20.
It's all it is. There's 4
Uh,
provinces that aren't.
Impressive. Yeah, 700 dev clicks. And he already tagged. No, he didn't culture shift to French yet, but he's almost
He's
there.
doing it slowly.
Yeah, and he's gonna lose the dev cost, but he doesn't really need dev cost, and then he's getting 20% morale of armies. And it's not like, it's still like maybe 30 years of the French age bonus.
It's a lot of development that needs to be converted. I don't think it's going to happen this age.
He's
Unless
sitting
he
at,
unstates as well.
he's sitting on 1k admin mana.
I looked, and he needs, I think, 3k admin mana to recore after unstating enough.
And there's also 10% permanent manpower recovery speed in French ideas, I think, and there's just juicy stuff. And you get scripted Napoleon, and also this rule is really good. Epstein, huh? Funny. Okay, let's look at Andalusia. He's a mortal enemy of this campaign. Andalusia took max loans, have 100, like 200 months left. That is 20 years running at this pace, so he's not going to go bankrupt in the war. He's building soldiers households even. Decent force limit. Yeah, this is very low. Don't think it's worth accepting them. He seems to be winning the ongoing battle with the reinforcement, and then we have negative rolls. Have a massive morale superiority, bit of discipline lacking from his side.
The Andalusia went religious ideas while Westphalia went trade.
And then he went defensive, so that is why he has so much more morale. Andalusia doesn't have discipline in its nationalities, no. Doesn't have discipline in its religion either. He's not getting any Timmy bonus either.
No, oh no, he's converted everything.
Yeah. Local construction cost, culture conversion cost, the orders of Maghrebi nations.
Due to how sneaky Andalusia is, it's kind of hard to take provinces from him.
Yeah, because with the snaking rules you can't take this. You have to like take this stuff up here. Like you can occasionally snake and cut off if that is how the piece. Like you can't take anything else.
Milan's his vassal.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to expand into Italy, Westphalia. That is. I guess he could also like just take a chunk of land up here and break the defensive line if he win this war. And Lucius is also running out of manpower, so he'll also have to start going heavy on the mercs if we want to continue fighting at the same pace. He has control of the seas. Like, if it's not too much, I would maybe consider sending some ships over here and like take down Prosperity, loot him. Westphalia doesn't. Okay, you don't really have any real navy. Neither does Westphalia. Could be something to consider, but might likely not worth it. I think he took the manpower edict on everywhere. Yes, indeed he did.
Yeah, I did that as well. I think just the two of us did that.
Oh, you also did that? Why? You're not fighting anyone.
I have a lot of money.
We don't look at my edicts. I've been deving. Yeah, I don't really know what else to comment on. Did he dev to 20? Some of it. There's some below 10 dev down here. It's like Highlands below 10 dev. But it looks decent. How many dev clicks does he have? He's a bit below 500. Okay, let's look at Great Britain. I really don't know why he needs 700 ships, but he does have it. And
He's got heavies in every sea tile. He's ready
for what?
to be attacked.
He doesn't have heavies in this sea tile. If they go on Tyne, Tyne is not guarded. Neither is Coast of the Faroes. That is not guarded either. He's definitely not safe. And he only has a few forts. Like, he's definitely gonna get invaded by this point, right? I would assume all of England has been dev to 20. Yeah.
I think the person who has the second most heavies is Australia.
Texas has 60.
Oh, Texas.
So he got more than twice the heavies that the rest of the world have. And there's roughly the same amount of lights as the rest of the world. But he got 200k manpower. His army is paper quality, right? He got quality ideas. And innovative, but doesn't have eco ideas. Yeah, his army is paper.
Yeah, he probably actually wants to drop expansion right about now for eco.
Yeah.
How much is left to colonize?
Not much.
Well, they can just colonize. They can just colonize themselves.
Yeah. He's selling to clergy. Why is that?
He's ready to become Shinto and go inward perfection.
Because that's gonna be easy for him, right?
Yes.
There's no Shinto nation to give it to him. Yeah, so we're looking at his colonial nations. They have roughly the same force limit as him, or force. There's a lot of universities in North America.
Would be a shame when enlightenment spawns over there.
He apparently cared so little about this pop-up that he didn't either click it away or do this. Okay. Yeah, he got 100 innovativeness. I don't know what he's gonna do now. Yeah, he's not that strong, but he dominates the seas. I don't know what his plans are. Because he took this down here, but his armies can't fight. Like, one cannon stack, and yes, he can hold it with the navy, but I don't know. Let's take a brief look at Texas and Portugal, and then we take a brief look at the colonies as well. So this was Iceland. Went for another kind of strange idea. He's a pirate republic, and I think he's been raiding people, but I don't really know who or...
He has been, if you go look at the prosperity map mode in the Mediterranean.
What does he own in here?
He owns Corfu and Corsica.
Okay, so you can basically reach the entire Mediterranean. Okay, but I guess that's his game plan because this amount of troops, 89, is not gonna make a difference anywhere. Okay, let's look at Portugal. Portugal went religious. Only have one mill idea. That's interesting. I guess he's fully built. Did he build temples? Yeah. All of South America also have all them temples. Oh, universities, you mean? Yeah, still some stuff to be built in his subjects. He's not even giving. He's not subsidizing Andalusia anything. That's interesting.
He is.
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah. 50 ducats. Okay. And he's subsidizing his colonies. I've heard something about the cup. Possibly could be a war over here. I don't know. That would certainly be interesting. Looks like somebody's a bit prepared for that. Somebody's not really. Seems to be a bit of a strength difference in his colonies. He's not filling a lot of troops himself. Okay. Okay, let's take a brief look at all the colonies. So best Poland has 250 max manpower, 250 force limit, and the correct ideas. Best
He can
Poland.
drop it. He can drop expansion now.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
I don't know. Yeah, you can't even colonize this one yet. Drop expansion. This nation has 200k max manpower,
Played by Sognas.
150 force limit. Sognas playing. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one. Eskil on best Poland, Sognas on this, and
No, is it Asko? Oh yeah, I guess he was stuck.
it's Eskil and then Sognas and then the former Poland player. Yeah, he also went for meta ideas, so he's also got, like, the British colonies have decent armies. Can field some troops. Yeah, this one can also fill like 200k. So they can fill like 600k in Britain. They can fill 800k. That's like a bit more than Westphalia or Hungary. So decent strong Britain if you count these colonies that way. And they went meta ideas, all of them. So Andalusia, apparently the Portugal colony 120. That's not the highest force limit. But they're gonna go up a lot once the next buildings get unlocked. I also went meta ideas. Yeah. They should also, like everyone in the New World, if you still have colonization ideas, time to drop them. Maybe not if you're colonizing up here, British Louisiana. Yeah, this one 170 meta ideas. Yeah, they pack a punch, these colonies. They add up, and they all have their independent mercs and brains, etc. So I don't know why this colony is not built to force limit though. This
Yeah, Brad. Why aren't you at force limit?
why humanist? What?
I think they got buffed slightly, but prestige decay.
10%
Yeah,
morale of
my
armies
yeah.
in admin policy.
Oh, and as an admin policy.
Like,
Okay.
yes, you need humanism, plutocratic. Those are not the best idea groups, but 10% morale of armies, like going at that as the last idea group might be worth it. If you had plutocratic. Yeah, this is definitely the weakest of the bunch. Okay, so predictions for next game. What's gonna happen? China's gonna lose to Nepal. I think that is quite certain. We really need to find more people to sub because it's just bad for the campaign that people just leave and can't find a sub.
If Air and Georgia don't have players, they'd be the seven nations that have went without players and just died.
Yeah, like we had the Mutapa player, we had the Commonwealth player, we had the Florence player quitting before he was dead. We had the two Sicilies player quitting. We had the Austria player kind of quitting.
Well,
Not
Austria,
really.
I think it was dead.
Yeah. We had the Japan player quitting. Yeah, it's a bit unhealthy for the campaign. I really wish people like, yes, you get a new job. It's understandable, and it's like we started 6 weeks ago. But yeah, try to sign up. Try to be able to come play. Something's gonna happen in Europe. Westphalia is likely gonna win, but not certain. Definitely. This war. I hope Britain is gonna do something instead of just sit on his isle and do nothing. Hungary is likely gonna end in war with Georgia or Deccan, I'd guess. I don't know about Meva, what they'll do, because like Meva haven't been doing anything this entire campaign. May
He used all his missions to fight the Timurids, so then they just give up.
Yeah, because Timur went bankrupt fighting Russia. I guess Meva and Deccan could potentially challenge Russia. Maybe they fight Ghana because Ghana hasn't had a war either. So like eat up Mamluks and Ghana just keep pursuing into Arabia. China's not looking too healthy. Manchu's looking decent with getting Japan under control. Yeah.
Madagascar could be a point of contention between Portugal and Malaya.
Yeah. Um, and Malaya apparently doesn't really have the navy that he ought to have since he lost to Manchu navy. What is going on? Did he have like did he have like the attrition building for navy and Malaya didn't notice this one? No, he didn't. Okay, let's just do a quick one of def clicks, by the way. We are at 330 for Manchu. 460 for Hubei. 230 for Tibet. 1k exactly for Nepal. That is a lot of development gained from clicking. 350. 800. 850. 700. 300. 1012. Ghana is leading in def clicks. 350. 750. 710. 700. If colonial overlords develop their subjects, I don't think it shows up in their def, so we're not really
I think
able.
it does actually.
No, because I heard that maybe 800. I think it does. Because I heard the Big Bro Teddy player, he complained about Portugal deving in his nation, so he got administrative def clicks because
He's
Portugal.
got 3.
Yeah, because Portugal defed in his nation. He didn't press that one time. 400. Like, it's actually going decent in the New World with deving despite their malices. Okay. I guess that was the outlier of those. 300. 300. 330. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning into the session, and see you on Thursday for the next session. And thanks to Darth for being here today.